As a man, one of the most important skill sets that you need to get through life is your ability to have your emotions in check. Life in and of itself is full of tests, and some tests are much more harder and much more complex than others. You're going to be tested when it comes to your finances, betrayal from people whom you consider to be your friends, betrayal from your woman, betrayal from your family members. You're going to have financial struggles. And how you handle those tests whenever they present themselves can actually get to either make you an exceptional or phenomenal human being, or said scenarios can get to break you. And in this video, I would like to talk about one of the tests where most of us men fail miserably. Find ourselves in very complex scenarios where we end up resorting to domestic abuse or gender-based violence. And I think the primary reason for why we end up finding ourselves in such scenarios is because a big majority of us men, we lack a proper understanding of the true nature of our female counterparts. You must understand that men and women are different. We are hardwired different. We approach conflict resolution differently. The best weapon in a man's arsenal, majority of the time, is violence, physical violence. And the best weapon in a woman's arsenal is her tongue. And if you're the kind of man who ever thinks you can ever go toe-to-toe in a verbal conflict with a woman and ever think you'll come out on top, I'm afraid you've got another thing coming. You can never beat a woman. 9 out of 10 times, she's going to win when it comes to a verbal conflict. And because you fail to win, let me make a good example. If you ever find yourself in a scenario where you are having a disagreement with a woman, like I said, 9 out of 10 times, she's going to win when it comes to a verbal conflict. But because that is not your battlefield, a woman is going to beat you in that battlefield, the verbal conflict. In most cases, you end up resulting to taking her in your battlefield as a man, which is physical violence. And women can even beat you, can annihilate you in a verbal conflict without even trying, just by making a very simple remark. Something like, like just that remark, it can send you into rampage mode. But here's the thing you must understand. Because if you don't have the ability to de-escalate and have your emotions in check, right, you're going to find yourself in a precarious situation. If you put your hands on a woman, there's a potential likelihood you're going to serve jail time. It's extremely paramount that you have your emotions in check. And it might even go as far as unaliving someone. We have seen this happening majority of the time. If I ever find myself in that kind of scenario, one thing leading to the other, I might end up sabotaging myself. And it's for that reason that I prefer not to date women who are going to constantly crash out on me, women who are an emotional wreck, women who are constantly going to test your limits, constantly going to push or poke the bear in you. The point of this video is explicitly clear. Just have your emotions in check, because there's really no benefits that come with gender-based violence. If you don't have the intellect to understand that gender-based violence is extremely detrimental to you and to your partner, if you don't have the intellect, if you don't have the foresight, if you don't have the IQ to understand that it's extremely detrimental for you and that's a no-go area, I'm afraid you're pretty much done for. You're pretty much done for. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Till next time, peace out. Muchas gracias.